I never race to lose, eh? If you put me on a start line, and I think that was probably, part of the reason why I got myself in a bit of strife at the end of Europe last year. Mum and Dad have a bike hire company, and from a very young age I was always doomed to ride a mountain bike. I just added a swim and a run either side, and when I'm not racing, I'm at the shop, putting people on bikes, sending them out on epic loops, doing tours. Life is, I guess, riding a bicycle. It wasn't that I didn't like school, but I guess the outdoors were always something that I was a lot more passionate about. And, triathlon, a duathlon, mountain bike race. If I could get a day off school and go and do something epic, then I'd go after it. I raced ITU for, 6 years, 7 years? But for me, I get so much enjoyment out of mountain biking, and I guess getting out in the bush. And I think if I was to ever move somewhere, outside of Rotorua, it would have to, I guess resemble something of a bike park like this. If it was possible and I could do it, I'd happily race, every weekend. And it wasn't quite that bad in Europe, but, you see all these races on the calendar, and, I just kept putting myself on the start line. And essentially, I guess I was just over-raced. I needed to go back and, just have a big block of training again. And I turned myself, I think, around from an athlete who was racing okay, but not fantastic in Europe, to one, I was by far at my best form of my life when I went to Maui. Won Rotorua twice, the last 2 years. I think I finished second twice, that was the previous 2. And hopefully we'll keep on winning for a few more years. You don't turn up on a race line just to hand it to somebody else, or if I turn up in Rotorua, I'm going out there to go real fast. Everybody used to talk about experience and those kinds of things you pick up on the road. And for a while I never thought I picked up a lot. But looking back on things now and the way I train and the way I structure a year, I have definitely grown a massive amount as an athlete. And I think that applies to life as well. Whatever you do for training, if it doesn't excite you, then what is the point in doing it? That's why I race, that's why I train. I get a buzz out of it, and I guess it is almost like an addiction in a way.